What's up, world? Welcome to Youth Radio, YMI. I'm Pendarvis Harshaw.
I'm Venus Morris, and this is Mr. Tony Smith, the Superintendent of Oakland Public Schools.
Hello.
Tony, from your position working as the Superintendent of Oakland Public Schools, I wanted to know, what role do Oakland Public Schools as an institution play in the greater community of Oakland?
It's a great question. I think the role of public schools in a community are to create places of connection and really places to both bond or connect people and then create bridges across communities. I think that the role of a school district and of schools is necessary in a community to make great connections and to support young people. However, it's not sufficient. I mean, we need partnerships and we need places to connect and gather. So I think the schools itself is really a hub of community, and done well, it's a place that's welcoming, a place where people feel happy and connected, joyful, where real learning is happening both for children and adults. And it's a place of transformation. It's a place of growth in a city where the future is being prepared and the current conditions are being discussed. I think that our public schools have to be a place where we're practicing democracy, where if there are real issues that are challenging our communities, that they're being taken up in our schools, and that the schools have a real responsibility, and district officials, teachers, staff, myself, have a responsibility to be the chief advocate for children and supporting the conditions for children and families to be healthy and well cared for in the city. So I think at the center of a community, a healthy community, is really a healthy school district and healthy schools.
Okay. As a superintendent, what is your job? Like, what exactly do you do? Not just being on the board, but what exactly is a superintendent's role?
I think about my role as organizing the conditions for success inside of schools. So from a governance perspective, I work with the elected officials, the board members, who are they set the agenda. I mean, the elected officials set the direction of the district. And my job is, I'm their hired employee to create the organization that does the things that they vote on and the direction and meets the direction that they set. So my job is to make sure that the structures are designed and efficient and effective in service of children, that I make connections out in the public, that I'm talking about the vision and direction and making that both individual and group connections. So going to the Rotary, going to visiting churches, meeting with public groups. So I have a lot of public work to do, and really kind of raising the issues of inequity inside the district. So my job is to really analyze and talk about and describe the ways that we're meeting the needs of all of our children, and where we're not, being really transparent and public about that. I think the other part of my job is to really manage people to help them be the best that they can be. And I think the idea of being a district, a learning organization, I have to model that. I have to learn how to do that. I have to really support people to find out the edges of their own learning and support them to grow. And I think a lot of people, in many ways, my job is to connect with people and help them understand how they can support public schools and how they can support their community and children. And that's a lot of relationship building, organizing, one-to-ones. So I'm busy both one-to-ones inside of my own organization, but then outside, speaking at events and going to board meetings and setting policy and doing the governance work. But that's, that every day. It's like individual meetings in the morning, all day, these kinds of interviews, it's being out in the public, but then also trying to set good policy for the district.